winter. We got 9 different lions in 1 week. So I'm a seasonal ranger. My name's Tiffany McCauley. I've worked here for 3 years. This is my 4th season, and I'm also the park's wildlife monitor. Roxborough, where the foothills meets the mountains, it's just really diverse in its wildlife. We get anything ranging from a plains animal like a coyote, prairie dog, anything like that, to our more mountainous animals like our mountain lions, ringtails, and our black bears. Today we're going to be checking game cameras. So we like to check our game cameras about once a week. It allows us to monitor the wildlife, so that being all of our nocturnal species. You won't see those during the day, no matter what time you visit. So it's really nice to be able to monitor those animals without intruding on their natural habitat. So that way we can show the public the variety and diversity that we have at Roxborough. So I like to use it for educational purposes, allowing the visitors to know when our black bears are emerging from hibernation. A lot of our species are nocturnal, like our ringtails and our foxes. So then it goes into our larger mammals, which would be our black bears and our mountain lions. So we don't get to see those animals very frequently. So game cameras allow us to monitor those animals without interfering with them. Roxborough is a gold standard Leave No Trace park, as well as a Colorado Natural Area and a National Natural Landmark. Those designations allow us to be great for wildlife viewing. A lot of our wildlife comes here and stays here year-round. We do have a couple of species that do migrate, like our elk, but we don't allow people to go off trail in Roxborough to help preserve the habitat for the animals. Since we are a gold standard Leave No Trace facility, Roxborough does not permit the public to put game cameras up in its park, mainly because we do not allow people off trail. So that being said, I am the only wildlife monitor for the park, so I'm pretty much one of the only people that does go off trail in the park. We like to keep the habitat pristine for all of its wildlife, and if we have groups of people running around off trail, it's going to scare our wildlife out of our park and into the higher mountains. It's really great to be able to share the wildlife with the people. We don't get to see, even me, get to see all this wildlife on a day-to-day basis, and I'm here all the time, constantly. Allowing our visitors to see our nocturnal species is really, really neat. Ringtails, a lot of people aren't familiar with what a ringtail even is. They are one of my favorite animals, and they are strictly nocturnal. You cannot see them during the day. That allows me to monitor a ringtail without interfering with it. I'm not hiding out at night trying to flash it with my camera. It just gets to walk on around like it normally does and just live its life, and I get to see that, which is really awesome. Our park has such a variety of wildlife, from mule deer to prairie dogs to golden eagles. We also have a ton of black bears, and our mountain lion activity has been pretty frequent recently. The black bears are probably one of my favorite things to see when they come out. We do get a lot of family groups. We have multiple different fox species, red fox, gray fox. We even do get the occasional black red fox, which is really neat. This season specifically, I've focused a lot on mountain lions. It's crazy what you can really get if you're out there focusing on one animal. When you put up a camera, you never know what you're going to get, what's going to walk by that space. But when you look for sign and you start to track those animals, it's pretty interesting how frequently they can walk through a space and share space with other wildlife. When I'm hiking, I'm always looking for scat, I'm looking for scrapes, I'm looking for tracks, I'm looking for any sign, and if I'm looking for a specific animal, I'm going to focus on looking for that sign only. A scrape is a scent marking system where the mountain lion will scrape with its feet and make a V shape with its feet, and then a pile of duff or debris. They really like pine needles. I think that's their favorite medium. And then they will scent mark it, which is usually just, leaving a little urine or feces in that mark, so that way it shows their territory line. So since we do have a larger population of mountain lions here, we do get mountain lions that overlap territories. So this is a way for them to let the other males in the area know that, hey, this is my territory and I'm here. And then it also lets the females know as the males are moving through a space. Yeah, it is definitely my passion. I started here in Colorado 4 years ago. It's really interesting what you can learn just by standing back and monitoring. I don't want to interact with the animals as much as it seems cool. I really don't want to. I would like for them to enjoy their habitat freely without any disruption. So being able to monitor them allows me to really just watch the animal in an interrupted way. It's really cool to pick up on the patterns as well, I would say. The patterns are really neat to see.